Hello, everyone. Today is going to be another fun installment of our conversations with A-listers. And this one is a family member. So, Vicky, how are you today?
I'm very well.
And you are Anastasia's mom.
Ma'am.
I have some questions about that, but then I also have questions about how you are in a collaborative mode with your daughter and with this whole wonderful, I guess, just performance, imagery, art universe that's been created here. So, how is it for you collaborating with your daughter?
It is a lot of fun. It is just that's the best way to describe it. It's a lot of fun. It's very fulfilling. It's very exciting. It's always changing. Definitely keeps me on my toes because we don't tend to work really far in advance on things. Creativity is at the heart of everything. And, inspiration strikes when inspiration strikes. And I think we kind of need some adrenaline along with it. So we kind of push the deadlines, push the boundaries, and that's how we like to work. So it's a lot of fun.
Since you're her mom, you've been collaborating technically since she was born.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so if she has something that she wanted to like create or fulfill, you've been there throughout the years. And have you always been that close as a team?
Yes. I would say definitely yes. I have somewhat of an art background, and music, and have always been just a lover and a patron of all those things, art and music and everything in that world. And so I think my kids were raised in that space, and she's the one who took the artistic side and just ran with it. And it's always been part of her life, my life. So we enjoy those things together.
That's wonderful because she has referenced the fact that her influences have been from since she was very young. And that has shaped some of the things that she's definitely into and how her sound is. And you're a big one to credit for that, for sure. And that's always nice when you have that common ground with a family member, and then it becomes an endeavor that's truly becoming a legacy here as well. What challenges do you tend to find when you're doing the creating? You were talking about working these deadlines and things like that, but do you ever feel like there's just some things that are really stretching you? And how do you deal with those types of, I guess, pressure?
Everything's always stretching me. I don't see it as pressure, I guess I don't feel it as pressure. So, for example, we go back to like the Boy Who Cried Love video. When that deadly dress was delivered to the set that morning, it was not right. The top was not at all what we had envisioned. It wasn't what we had discussed. And she put it on and it was terrible. And it was my first, I guess, experience with this project. I mean, I've always had things, in life, Halloween costumes, the little things that moms do. So here we were in a professional setting. Videos are, cameras are rolling. This was the second setup for the video, and the dress was wrong. So what are you going to do? You put the dress on the floor of the bathroom area because it's out of the way. Take the top off, grab some wire from the girl who was doing her hair at the time and out of her kit, and then rig the dress. And who has gaff tape? Let's make that part of the outfit too. So it was kind of this moment of it has to happen. And so I always look at my role, whether it's wardrobe, whether it's art direction, whether it's I don't know, you name it. I'm the scaffolding, and I just have to hold it all up and keep it rolling and keep it moving and just make sure it gets done.
That is so fantastic. And I know every performer would love to have someone like you in their corner and someone who has your back. And you mentioned a little bit of your background. Was some of your background in production as well?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
a political science major. No, I was all politics, international relations, economics in school. But I've never had any kind of production, just a heavy interest in art, a few classes here and there just for fun before I had kids, drawing, jewelry making, small things, hobbies. And no, it has just, I've gotten dropped into this and I'm learning along the way. I think, we're always learning and figuring out how to do things. And, somebody tells me, hey, like for cigarettes and gasoline, we want a dining room that kind of looks like a Dutch master painting. Okay, let's see what we can pull from the house, what we can go to Goodwill, where we can go, wherever and find pieces and make that happen.
Making it happen. So when everything started with this endeavor, this career of your daughters, was it a given that you'd be very integral from the start?
Well, yeah, she was in high school. She couldn't, we traveled her junior year of high school. We traveled New York, LA, with the guy who was developing her at the time, the person we met who kind of started this whole path. And we traveled that whole year, and she probably missed close to half the school year. Her school was very understanding, very cooperative. They were great. So together, the two of us traveled around, and she went to meetings, but I was never in the middle of all that. I wasn't playing momager or any of that. I was just there to let her go do her thing.
And now you're part of the crew. Did that just evolve, or was there a moment where you both looked at each other and said, I have to have you, you're it, you're here?
No.
Okay.
It's just evolved, and I'm here, and she knows she can call me and say, hey, I need blah, and we'll make it.
I love that. I really
along with, other great members of the team that have skills that I don't have. So, but we're always able to.
She calls you all small but mighty team.
Yes, we can. It seems through the projects I've done throughout my life, we've always been defined as small groups of, in most cases, small groups of women who could rule small nations.
Ooh,
we've had that several times. Who could run small nations? Just, it's got to happen. So it's got to happen. There's not an option of it not happening.
That's right. Burn the boats, they say. And
yeah,
and just stick with it until it gets done. Now, what has been the most exciting project to date for you?
Probably, I would say the cigarettes and gasoline video. I really had a lot of fun pulling all that together, the wardrobe, the art direction, the just the advanced work of getting all those things together, and then just in that amazing space.
Yes. And where do you find that many mannequins? Or
trade secret. You find them. It's not easy. They're now living in my garage. So
right.
They're still our friends. Maybe the funnest part of it was the one that had to be drowned.
Wow.
He had to be drowned. We were in the photographer was in a 30-degree swimming pool because we were borrowing a pool to do that. Because in wintertime, most people shut their pools down in Tennessee. So they have covers on them and all of that. And one of my neighbors had an open pool. And so she thought it only took 2 hours to heat her pool. And she put the heater on 2 hours before we went. It was like 2 days is what she needed. And we went in, got in the pool, thinks we'll sink the mannequin really quickly. And well, no, he didn't want to sink. So I had to go home and get a drill. And we drilled 20 holes in him, pushed him in. He still didn't want to sink. We had chains on him. We had all kinds of stuff on him. Yeah, that was really a challenge.
That could have been a video in itself.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I didn't get to do any behind the scenes filming of that because I was drilling holes in the mannequin. Thought, if somebody had been videoing this, they'd be wondering what is going on in that backyard with this figure and the drill and the pool and the chains. It's always something crazy like that.
That's so fun. I mean,
so fun.
YOLO, you're doing it.
Absolutely. Let me tell you.
Other people are sitting in a corner somewhere, just kind of like twiddling their thumbs, but you're
not here.
I'm drilling holes in a mannequin, people.
It's always something crazy like that too.
That is so cool. And now, what do you hope to see in Anastasia's work in the future? Because you're hoping good things as well, since you're mom. but as an artist as well, how do you see things evolving?
Just a continuation down this path of just constantly pushing the envelope of things artistically. The videos that are coming are even more exciting than Cigarettes and Gasoline and Boy and Crash Landing. That's another one. Pulled an all-nighter with the art director, building things, and then for what the next video that's coming out. I can't say because I'll say something I'm not supposed to yet because it's not out. Hush, hush, right? But just more of that creativity. It's always exciting. Get up in the morning, say, "Gosh, today, I have this idea, and let's do that." And it's something. Just the stuff that comes out of her head is just crazy. And the way I'm using crazy is not like crazy. It's just
crazy cool.
It's so cool and so interesting and just something new and different. And it's really exciting when there's an idea that comes up and I start searching for a way to make it happen and it's not there. It's not on Google. Yeah, there are not too many things. There are not too many things that we come up with to try to make that it's like, oh yeah, I can just go and buy that.
So we're seeing some stuff in reality for the first time come straight from her brain into the Small But Mighty team's hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a lot of fun.
Witness it for sure. Now, what we're trying to do with A-listers is engage more people in the support of this beautiful movement, this beautiful art. What would you like to say to other supporters and other collaborators?
Join us. Come collaborate with us. This is one of the funnest projects you'll ever work on. We've obviously, everybody knows Andy Warhol and the Factory. What a dream to have been in a space like that, working with an artist like him who gave this space to other artists. And so I like to think of us as like a little wishing we could be Andy Warhol and the Factory. Collaborators should come and join us. And, when you have great creative minds together, the project can only benefit everybody and help everybody and push everybody's creativity just a little further, which makes us all more interesting.
Yay! I love it. So if you're listening, that's your invitation.
Come
and get involved, join in, share your talents if you can. Share the word. We have different fundraising initiatives to make sure these new concepts, these wonderful things get out there in our psyche and helps us think bigger, dream bigger, and go for the things that we want. And that's really the big message that Anastasia expressed to me last time we were speaking. And I just love that. I'm all about that. That's why I feel very privileged and honored to be able to be of service to both of you and all of you that's part of this. And so until next time, we will see you around. Thanks again, Vicky, for your time today.
Thank you so much for helping us along with this project.
This is Anastasia Elliot. Thank you so much for listening and spending this time with me today. Your support means absolutely everything. I can't wait for you to continue to see all of the stuff that I'm working on. So please like and follow and subscribe on all social platforms so that you don't miss anything.